Hi everyone, welcome back to a Bias Babes podcast. We're so excited to have you back with us to talk about all kinds of conversations and chaos and fun and K-pop.
I'm Meg.
Everybody. I'm Rachel.
And Amber's dying.
Sorry, yeah, I was dying.
Amber's got a cold.
Allergies.
She's not sick.
Which, she's sick.
Today's episode is about Ateez. Our redo
Ateez.
episode.
Take two.
We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So, recently there's been a lot of album drops and other debuts and stuff. So, what is a song that we've been listening to once a day? Is it something new? Is it something older? Is it something it's just us and we just have to listen to it?
I think that's hard, but as much as I would love to say I've had their most recent album on repeat, I have not. I mean, I did for a while, but we're filming this in April, so not as much anymore, but my go-to is always going to be Dancing Butterfly Wings.
Yeah, by Ateez, yeah.
That one's always on my repeat. That's always on there.
Well, yeah, everyday listen to. That's changed a bit now.
Yeah, so mine's definitely not Ateez related. Mine's actually not even K-pop.
Oh, are we not doing Ateez specific?
Yeah, these questions aren't Ateez.
Oh,
well, are we or no?
It could be anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well,
yeah,
if it's Ateez specific.
Because remember, all of these questions are not a group.
Oh, well, song I listen to once a day. Well, that's not it. Jeez.
Oh, I was gonna say, did Fox
His head's so heavy. He finally tipped over.
Sorry. I'm so chaotic right now.
Yeah. Well, I've been listening to an OST from a Chinese drama lately.
Yeah.
So, that's the song I've had on repeat. I've listened to it I think it's I bet if I check my Spotify stats, it's probably 300 times in 3 days. Because I've had it on repeat. It is a song by Hu Minghao, or aka Neo, from Love in the Clouds. Such a good song.
Is that the one you started earlier?
Yeah. It's really good. It's very comforting. It's a very soothing song.
Yeah, definitely. Amber, can I get a pen?
Yeah. I'd probably say, for me, it goes between, damn, do I sound nasally as fuck? Anyway.
That's okay. You're not sick. It's
I'm not
allergies.
sick. It's allergies. I'm just dying from outside. Anyway. Normal by BTS and TikTok by Just Be. TikTok by Just Be has been cycling through, and it's just and after seeing them live.
Yeah. So backstory: Amber and I went and saw Just Be live in DC
a week ago.
A week ago, yeah, literally. I was like,
no, it was
a week and a half ago ish.
I was in class.
It wasn't the same week as Jackson.
Well, Jackson
was
yesterday.
yesterday.
Yes, I know. So
2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the moral of the story is they've been stuck in both of our heads, needless to say, and
the music's so good.
Yeah,
they're so good.
Definitely give Just Be a listen if you guys haven't already.
What about you?
So the song that I've been listening to almost every single day is "Passion Fruit" by
Jeffrey!
Yeah.
I love that. We're covering a lot of different countries
Yeah,
right now.
we
We're
are,
diversifying.
Jeff's
just
music. Jeff as a person I just love Jeff. But
he keeps coming
Jeff
up on my For You page.
Good.
Thai actor, yeah.
It's all his interviews and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's been coming to America quite a couple times this year so far. So I'm really proud of him
need him
for
to
that.
have a concert over here.
Yeah, I do
Not
too.
this year because I'm broke.
Yes.
But
next year.
Next year.
Hashtag support the pod.
Next year. Later.
After.
Beginning of the year, there's gonna be some stuff going on, but yeah. Okay, cool. So second song,
Second question.
Second question, yep, of the episode is gonna be, what is an upbeat song, but the lyrics might make you cry?
I feel like that's so hard.
I have an answer.
I also have an answer.
Oh, go ahead.
So mine is.
I'm gonna do some.
19 by 17.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
It sometimes, especially, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was just the experience of watching it live or what, but it just emotionally, like, changed me. I used to not be, but within the last year after we saw them live, I was like, there's some days where I just get so emotional.
Actually, I'm gonna switch up my answer because now I have a new answer. A shout out from Enhypen.
Wait,
We were just listening to that one. Because wait, and it was the transition from
yes,
shout out to 19.
Yes, that's crazy. Yeah, she was literally like, oh my gosh.
I watched this video on Instagram of this person who had done sort of the like Spotify like transition from Shout Out by Enhypen to 19.
That's crazy.
And it was like an 8-bar. It was phenomenal. And so I was like, oh, we should listen to this in the car because I like want to try to do the transition. Apparently you can't do it with a jam, but
she was describing it to me, and I was like,
is this Shout Out?
I wonder, in the back of my head, I was like, I wonder if it's Shout Out.
And it was. It is.
And it was. And I was like, yes! Yeah, I knew you would love that song.
That's crazy.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Damn right. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, that
damn
song
right.
literally made me cry. Literally yesterday.
Yes. Yeah.
I get by a lot of it without crying and just singing along, but like at near the end, I'm like, ooh, the lyrics, ooh.
Yeah, that was
All right.
another song where I would listen to it before, and then we saw the movie, and I was like, whoa,
Yeah,
this is totally different live.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't technically live, but whatever.
Yeah.
Good answer. There's not gonna be a bad answer, but
Oh,
Good answer.
I have mine.
I just went Family Feud.
I was gonna say, what's his favorite?
It's a decent answer.
Decent answer. Okay.
I have mine. Mine's just a very stereotypical Rachel answer. Happy virus.
Yeah.
It's like such a positive, like happy, upbeat song, and I'm over here like literally bawling my eyes out the first like 5. Like I hear the first note, and I'm like, happy virus.
Yeah.
And it never ends.
All such good songs.
I also need to remember to be a little quieter because I just realized it was so loud.
It's okay. It's okay. You're good. Do you have 2 songs that you think are like sisters or inseparable? Whenever you think of one song, you're like, oh, I immediately have to play this song after because they just go so well. As you think about it, I'll go first and do mine. So, with the new Spotify mix feature, I've been having so much fun with that. And with the latest Enhypen album, Big Girl, you know exactly where I'm going with the number. Big Girls Don't Cry is my favorite song from that album. So, going from Big Girls Don't Cry to If You Wanna by Wonho is insane to me, and I just, every single time I think of one song, I think of the other, and if I get one song stuck in my head, I'll have the other one stuck in my head, and they just belong together to me.
Mine are like the I have like, it's like a series, like a set, because I also have, I haven't done the transitions with this, but I just think these songs all go super well, like back to back to back. It's like all the like super hype songs.
Yeah.
So Water, in my playlist I have Water, 17, Knife, Enhypen, Fashion, Cordis, Breathe, Zikers.
Yeah.
And then I do have Take a Shot, Hoshi.
Yeah.
So because it's kind of like high, punchy, like super exciting hype songs. And I think all of those, like if I'm in a hype mood, I want them all bam, 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 because I want the hype to like stay.
Yep.
Super high.
Yeah, my playlist is like that too. It goes from like na 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 to like bam bam yeah noise music, and then
yeah, mine's like the rap noise music, and then like every single 17 like feel good like old school like their Manse and all the like OG. And then it kind of gets then it gets depressing, and then afterwards we got Stupid Idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, you gotta have the highs and the lows.
Yeah.
Mine would be 19 and 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17.
They're always
especially listening to them in concert back to back. 20.
Yeah.
Thank you. That song will always, like, every time I hear it, all I'm thinking is, you went, hi.
I was like, he's looking at me.
I'm hiding behind my sign, like, me?
I was like, that's you.
And a slight bend down. Anyways, Can replay that.
That was
for
so
the rest
funny.
of my life.
Okay, but that's all my questions for my random questions of the
Day.
episode.
You don't need to bring it closer. It's loud. Okay. Welcome to the day. Today's edition is going to be ASMR mode.
Today.
I don't like ASMR.
Too bad.
I'm editing this too.
The people wanted. So I'll give it to them. We have sexy DK. It's in my very nice brand new DXS photo card holder, and he looks very good in this. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, and that has been photo card of the day.
Beautiful segment. Thanks, Rachel.
You're welcome. I am pleased.
And we're back.
She's gonna hate listening to that.
And we're back. Alright. Why does Ateez hit different than other 4th gen groups? Ateez hits different to me because 1, they're from a smaller company. 2, because they're so expressive, explosive on stage. Their songs have deep emotional meanings, and they're chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely chaotic.
Yeah.
There is no calm in that storm.
I just love that about them. I just love them, period.
Yeah, they don't, to me, try to fit a mold.
Yeah.
They're just there.
I feel like for me, it's less about them as a group, but like what they've brought to, because I think, you know, there are a lot of groups who have the really tight-knit bond, you know, who have sort of these like funny and chaotic moments, and they do each have a unique genre. But I think at the same time, for me, like Ateez is special for me because of like when they came into my life, and especially who they brought with them, which is you guys. And like that is how like I've been able to survive the last years. I mean, we're coming up on, actually, if you think about it, we bought our tickets for Ateez on April 10th of last year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's been 1 year since we got tickets for
Ateez.
Ateez 2025, and like that, in that time, 1 year, like I'm sitting in your basement recording a podcast, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that kind of their ability to bring people together in such a special way is what makes Ateez special. And I think even if there comes a day where like I'm no longer like a big stan or like a big fangirl, I think of like Ateez or like other groups, I think Ateez will still be that one group that I'm like, I would love to see them. Like just because, you know, obviously I know who they are and what they've brought to the table, and like
It would be nostalgic too.
it would be very nostalgic. Yeah.
Similar to that too, Ateez, for me, they were like the second group that I really got into, and they were the group that I came to realize like, wow, you can just have like a total blast with K-pop. Like it's not hard, standardized Western music where they are just working and all you see is just sad working stuff or like hard working stuff. You get to see their true like sides, and they bring that into their community, and we can express ourselves in like true ways that we want to, and just like not care and just be around each other and not care about how we feel or like whatever, and just be true to ourselves. And that to me is just like so special for a group of 8 men to just have that impact on hundreds of thousands of people is insane to me. And to see them, like you said, Amber, coming from such a small group or company, and working out to how they have now, I'm just so proud.
Yeah.
Ateez lore.
Ateez lore.
Oh boy.
Do we actually follow the lore, or do we just emotionally absorb it?
I feel like we make up our own lore.
Honestly,
We
We attempted to analyze the Adrenaline music video.
we did.
honestly,
Actually,
kind of get
we
on
did.
point.
We did.
We
Yes.
did analyze. We
Yes.
didn't kind of. We did
We
analyze.
literally- We
Frame by
watched-
frame.
Yeah, so we watched the Adrenaline music video twice, and then we watched it frame by frame. And as we were doing that, we were just taking turns and adding on to each other's story and making sense of it. And then we like looked up the lore for it. And we were like, wow, how is this? We're not far off.
We weren't. Not at all.
But that, for me, that's the first time I've ever, like, actually researched
Same.
Ateez lore. Like, I've tried to look at it before,
It's
and
so much.
I wasn't in the right mind space for it.
I watched a YouTube video. I started to get into the lore when I first got into Ateez, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make sense of this because I'm a huge fantasy person. So like, this is like right up my alley. Love world building. And then it got to a point where I was watching a video about physics and the like
Wow.
the like what is it called, the time machine thing, which I seem to have forgotten the name of. And I was like watching like a physics video about why it's feasible or like why it works, and I was like, I think this is just a bit too much lore for me. And then I gave up after that.
Yeah.
Until Adrenaline came out, and I was like, oh, red cube, okay. It looks like a red version of the Tesseract from Marvel.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
Like,
true.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more of a. I tend to leave. So even though I am into fantasy, I tend to leave
Yes.
the lore alone.
Yeah.
Me too.
I tend to. It's a lot to dive unless I'm starting at the beginning with you, when you first made it up, and talked about it,
Yes.
so that it made sense to me.
Yes.
I'll then get into it.
Yeah.
But if I'm hopping in,
Yeah.
I'm just for the ride.
I will say the
Yep.
diary version of this most recent album drop, the Adrenaline Golden Hour Part 4, with the lore book, like the diary book.
Yeah.
I was reading it and I was like, this feels like fan fiction.
Those
Like doing a
help.
dramatic
Those
reading.
definitely help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because without those, I'd be lost.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm still lost, but I
fair.
still enjoy them.
Yep.
Lost, confused, but enjoyable.
Welcome to being an Atiny.
Space pirates. That's what I feel like
That's
we've
so
become.
funny because now we're gonna talk about music evolution from Pirate Kings to global anthems.
From Pirate Kings to NASA.
Yeah.
Space
Now we're in
Cowboys.
space.
Now we're in
Now
space.
we're in space.
I was going up like NASA.
Which era do you think truly defined Ateez, or do you think they're still defining it?
So for me, whenever I got into Ateez was Bouncy era. And I don't know if that was just I don't know if that was just because it, like, I don't know, it just popped off the way it did, if I was on the right side of social media. I'm not sure. But to me, that's what I think started to define them. I don't think that's the end, though. I think they are still going so strong, especially with all of Golden Hour. It's just one after the other after the other. But yeah, Bouncy for me, like Coachella era, that whole segment of their lives, they just skyrocketed and just like paved the way for themselves.
I don't know if my association with them is just like, I feel like one of the first, I mean, I Saw My Teeth was definitely like, I think I talked about this in the first recording, was like, it feels like they kind of depart, like, there's sort of like the standard, like, counterculture 80s, and then it felt like I Saw My Teeth era, and In Your Fantasy kind of were, like, more westernized, or, like, mainstream. Obviously, the 2 title tracks were mostly in English, or entirely in English. I Saw My Teeth has great in it. And so to go from, like, you kind of had that, and then it feels like with Golden Hour Part 4, there's sort of a transition back to sort of like what we think of as like 80s, like Adrenaline and NASA and Ghost.
Yeah.
It's sort of the core songs, and but that's not to say that I dislike any of the sort of. I mean, I Saw My Teeth is what brought me into 80s, obviously, but I do think that for me, one of their core songs will always be Halazia. I don't know, like that song to me is like so 80s. Like if I were to tell someone like, oh, like what kind of music is 80s? I'd be like, oh, listen to Halazia. Or like Gorilla. You know what I mean? Like some of the like hard, like really those are some of the like songs that I associate with 80s.
their debut was loud,
Yes.
bold, pirate themed.
Pirate theme.
Pirate theme.
And then they started to lean more into their emotional, cinematic storytellings. And then now they're in more of this, let's dominate arenas, fans chanting, those type of
Barking.
Yeah. Woof.
Woof.
There you go. There's your transition.
But
Woof.
as they do that, they're still diving into that storyline
Yes.
too.
Mm.
They're
It's
not giving
still-
that up.
Yes, their storyline goes so deep.
Yeah. Deep dive,
Deep dive.
if you will.
If
By
you
Ateez.
will.
Straight.
And I love that you can just watch the growth. To me, it's not finish defying like how you said.
Yeah.
It's fully just evolution.
Mm-hmm.
Fully just riding the wave of
Wave.
whatever
I-
of whatever they're giving us. Bouncy though, I think was that era for me too, where it was just like, oh, I'm in.
Mhm.
Yes.
You got me fully.
Yes.
I'm
Mhm.
stuck.
Mhm.
Thanks, guys.
Literally though.
And they definitely, I don't think they left their sound from when they first started. It's just they're adding new things.
Yeah.
But they
Diversifying.
still have their songs that still remind me of back then.
Yeah.
All right. And then last question. What AT song best shows their emotional depth instead of hype? I did.
Well, you guys said enough, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Enough.
Enough for sure.
Yeah.
And I said Dancing Like Butterfly Wings.
Yeah.
Because I think for me, Dancing Like Butterfly Wings, it's a song that like when you listen to it, it just feels freeing. Like it
Yes.
feels like we're dancing like butterfly wings. Like we are just like we're getting rid of all this
And
energy
butterflies means a lot for you.
yeah. And so for me, that's kind of like the emotional depth.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And enough. I mean, enough is
Enough.
100%.
Yeah.
Like
And something with ATs too is, and I know, like, I'm just being AT specific here, and each group does this their own way,
Right.
but, like, ATs just has their own specific way of saying things, and that's through their music. Obviously, they're artists, are gonna do that, but the way that impacts their community and how Atiny come off from that, and just, like, are just so happy-go-lucky during Dancing Like Butterfly Wings, or sobbing our eyes out whenever we sing enough, like, it's just that kind of creation, or the impactful creation from that is just insane to me. But yeah, I think whenever I think of that question of what is the emotional impact, or what song is the emotional impact, I think of both of those. I think of Enough, and I think of Dancing Like Butterfly Wings, because that's two totally different
Yeah.
aspects.
what is the new one? Choose.
Choose.
That one's also.
Choose
Choose
one
is a
too.
good one too. Yeah.
And what was the other one that just? I can't remember the lyrics.
On the Road?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that for me definitely
Mhm.
it brings into my everyday life
Yeah,
of
it goes into our heads,
yeah,
how we think.
yeah, and that's a lot.
Yes. Enough.
That's a lot. Yeah,
Enough of it.
that's enough. That's
That is not the meaning of the song.
And then seeing it live, I knew I was gonna cry anyway. Took me for a whole loop, and it didn't help that Mingy was looking at me and singing it, and
Pointing you out. Are you okay?
yeah, that was it. Made me not stop crying. It made me cry harder.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, I see you. You see
Yeah.
me. It's rough, but it's okay. Why do you feel personally connected to Ateez?
I think I already answered this. With my sort of why does AT stand out to me?
I think going off the question that we just answered, it's they just make music that their audience just can relate to. Like, they just know their audience. They just know Atiny so incredibly well. And it's like they know, 50% of us, 35% of us, whatever, just have such difficult, like, depression eras or something along the lines of that. And so they release enough and shoes and things like that to just kind of be like, hey, we're here. You're not alone. We've also gone through this, which is insane. And we see that. We see that in the behind the scenes and different things like that. So,
yeah. They're definitely one of the groups that I feel like sees, hears, and acknowledges what everybody goes through. And not just, we're just making music to make music or whatever. So, yeah.
Technically, they were my first complete K-pop concert. Yeah, because Stray Kids was my first K-pop. Stray Kids DC 2025 was my first K-pop concert. So for Ateez to be my first ever complete and indoor one, and with all of you,
right,
it's a pretty meaningful thing.
Bias, records, everything in between. I'm gonna run through the group. And I'll say mine first. Hongjoon to me is an all-arounder. He can go wherever he chooses of the day. Sunghwa is my emotional bias. Yoonho is my mini wrecker. That man can dance. Yosang, wrecker. San, bias. He's my only bias in this group. You guys should be proud of me.
I am proud of you. That's what yes. I'm always, every single time I think of you biasing and Ateez, I'm like, wow, it's just San. That's not an Amber thing. Amber biases, like, at least 2, 3. I'm gonna say 3. At least
4. On average,
2 to 3,
2 to 3.
Per group.
Unless there's like 10 in the group, and then we've.
It's OT 10.
And then we've gone.
It's OT all the time.
Okay, yes.
Mingi is a wrecker. Woo, all arounder again. He'd just be flipping where I'd be putting him. And Jungho, a slow bro. He's a baby. I love that little boy. I want to take care of him.
He's literally like 2 months younger than me.
Hey, you're a baby, and I take care of you.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Thanks, Mom.
Welcome.
I feel like I change this all the time, because I go back and forth between, like, if I have any records / because, okay, Hongjoon is, like, the father. He definitely, I agree with you on the all-arounder thing. Songhwa is the one that sometimes I'm like, okay, he's 100% a wrecker. Thank you to our July 16th experience. I recorded the entirety of Skin, and I just, like, I'm pretty sure I was just, like, gagged the whole time. I was like, oh my god.
I literally just got a chill thing.
I'm like, I'm just picturing him on the ground. Like, okay, huh? And so that, like, that changed me as a woman. And, thank you. And so someone definitely goes back and forth between wrecker and, like, potentially bias, but mostly in the wrecker lane. I feel like I'm not allowed to speak on him just because our friend Hannah is, like, obsessed with his guts. And so I'm like, is like, that's Hannah's man, that's not my man. That's he's cute and, like, fun and, like, okay. Yeah. He's Yosang is my biases babe, so twins. Hey. You be his boyfriend, I'll be his girlfriend. Hey. San, bias. Used to be my old bias. Unfortunately, he fell very quickly after I discovered Mingyu for the first time. Anyways, so San always will be my bias. He will also always be the first bias I ever had in K-pop. Other than Christopher from Stray Kids, but same genre of man, yeah. And
I was trying so hard not to do it again.
Mingi?
Yeah.
Mingi is eye candy. He's very nice to look at, and I appreciate him. that's all I have to say about Mingi. Wooyoung is like me. Wooyoung is me. We are both crackheads and definitely absolutely crazy. And we're both obsessed with San. So I feel like that works very well. And then Jongho might be a wrecker recently.
Oh,
He has been climbing up your ladder.
Yeah.
Yes, because every time I see him, like, I saw this video when I sent it to Julia, our friend who biases Jongho. I sent it to Julia and I was like, I watched it like 4 or 5 times, and then I was like, oh, I think I get it now. Jongho is definitely, I think he's wrecker status now. So,
Ooh.
yeah.
I think I knew this.
I have commented every time that a Jongho thing gets sent in the group chat. I'm like, no,
He's good.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
He definitely
Yeah,
is.
but I
Feel
think
that way
he's.
about him.
Yes,
I think he's
other way
becoming
about it.
like in my head. He's like becoming the next San in like my mind, and sort of
Wow.
like attractiveness for me. Yeah.
Julia's gonna come after you.
I will
You
never.
know?
I don't think he'll ever come out of wrecker status. To be honest with
Okay,
you.
but honestly though, he's got the similar build
Yes.
of Ju Honey and
Yes.
Wonho.
Oh,
So like
yes,
she
he
is
does,
starting to
though,
lean
yes.
more towards
Yes.
That's true.
I like
That's true.
yeah.
a big boy.
That's
Yeah.
another deep dive for another day.
Yeah, it is.
Listen, I see a little collarbone. I'm like Julia. I'm like,
Hongjoon for me was kind of the one that caught my eye first-ish. It was Yosung who really brought me in, but Coachella, Hongjoon just went, come here.
Yep.
Come here and just stay.
with the red hair dye.
Just come for a good time, and
Yes.
I promise I'll want you to stay. And I have. So yeah, again, agree, all-rounder for 100%. He slides in and out of my bias line all the time.
Slide to me.
This is exactly
Yep,
what I was gonna
exactly.
say.
Songhwa is just mother.
Yep.
Songhwa is just so mother to me. He does also slide in and out of the bias line sometimes, but he's consistently a wrecker. He's comfort to me. I wouldn't really go emotional bias, but definitely comfort bias. If I'm like feeling down and like don't want to go into alt bias territory, then I'll like find something of Songhwa to look at.
It's the clip of him watching San eat the little mini Lego sword that gets me every time.
Yeah.
That somehow is the most comforting clip of him, and like that's exactly how I would react
So funny.
with his big mouth.
Reminds me of us.
Yes.
Yes.
I'd be San eating
Yes.
this.
Yes. And we are.
100%.
Yeah.
And we'd be like,
Yuno is a wrecker. He's like a baby wrecker, and he always has been. He always will be. I fear. He just. It's kind of like Jongho too. They're in the same
Yeah.
bucket. I love them, and I just admire them from afar, guys.
She's under duress right now. Hannah, we
but
do
yeah.
not want your man, but we like looking at him.
Yeah, so that's Yosung, little baby Yosung. He was my first actual bias in
Little
Ateez.
baby
Little
Yosung.
baby Yosung. And I just cherish him. I just want to just scoop him up.
He
and
was
just
a fairy.
I used to
him
want to
and
do
love
that.
him. He is a fairy.
I used to want to do that.
And then
Yeah,
I
and
saw
then I
him
saw
on
him
tour.
live.
Yeah.
Then I said,
and I
ooh,
went, okay, he can
dang.
pick me up.
Yeah.
And then
I said,
Legacy,
ooh.
Yes.
the music video,
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
and the gym mirror selfie photo card. The gym mirror
Yes.
selfie photo
Oh my
card.
god, I pulled that. I pulled that in the first adrenaline. First adrenaline.
That thing is worth $100, girl.
Literally.
That was
is
crazy.
the one pool that I wanted to manifest,
Yeah.
and then I stopped buying albums.
I
'cause
fell
was
off my
like,
chair
I'm
when
so
I got
cool.
that.
Yeah.
And then I called you.
Yep.
Yes. San is a bias. San,
I got chills.
That's because they're all looking at you.
they are. San's actually behind us.
Yeah.
San and
Son, Minky.
Don't
Son.
tell me that.
San, maybe
Yo
San,
Sang.
Yo Sang. Honjun's peeking out a little bit. But yeah.
All back there.
Yeah, San is a bias, need I say more. Mingy is a bias, especially after the tour, period, need I say more as well.
No.
Although, I saw the video of him earlier on one of their most recent stops of Songwha, and I forget who the other one was, holding the scarf and going like this, and they were all running through it, and he tried to jump over
Oh,
it.
that,
and
yeah.
I just snorted and lost it, and I was like, Rachel, please look.
He's so
Why is
funny.
he so
He's
dumb?
so, yeah.
But yeah, love them. They're definitely both my biases. Yeah, Wooyoung, I love Wooyoung. He was a bias too at one point, and he is a hardcore wrecker, especially in this era right now. We could never be like best friends. I would probably want to lock him away because he would just get on my nerves.
Fair.
I love him, and he's so nice to look at, and his voice is so pretty, and I love his tattoo, but please relax. And then Jongho, I touched on Jongho. Just little baby.
Little baby.
Little baby.
Alright, that's it for today's episode. I'm Amber.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Meg.
Stay biased, babes.
Bye.
Bye.